SCP-4256 Bootlegger's Press. Object Class Small Meal. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4256 is contained in Wing B of Site-19's production area. Spare parts and tools relevant to the maintenance of SCP-4256 are kept in a specifically marked container. Use of the object is restricted to personnel trained in the operation of auto-variable printing presses. Assignments for SCP-4256 are to be given to personnel with sub-60 scores on Foundation loyalty examinations or with a history of continuous code violations. Completed orders of SCP-4256-1 are to be placed on pallets and labeled for delivery. Description: SCP-4256 is an antique industrial printing press, built in the late 1920s. Affixed to the top of SCP-4256 is a brass plaque reading 4RC, Polowitz. Individuals who operate SCP-4256 for prolonged periods, typically longer than a week, undergo a cognitive change, characterized by a decrease in or complete elimination of anti-establishment desires and behaviors. It is believed that SCP-4256 converts the desire to act in a rebellious manner into mechanical energy, as there is no visible method by which to power SCP-4256 using mundane means. SCP-4256 is capable of converting inserted paper material into SCP-4256-1. SCP-4256-1 is a form of paper, which is capable of converting items inserted into it into either two-dimensional images of that item or text which describes that item. SCP-4256 accepts all paper items for SCP-4256-1 conversion, even if they would normally be incompatible with an industrial printing press. Items such as newspapers, magazines, brochures, origami sculptures, several-page unbound manuscripts, and multiple copies of the Bible have been converted into SCP-4256-1 with no obvious issues from SCP-4256. The amount of matter that can be inserted into SCP-4256-1 instance is only limited by its surface area. However, animals are completely incapable of surviving within SCP-4256 for prolonged periods, usually expiring due to a lack of oxygen. SCP-4256-1 instances can then be reached into in order to retrieve the items. Due to its space efficiency and ease of transport, SCP-4256-1 was used commonly by members of the Chicago Spirit to smuggle alcohol and weapons. Factory actors also utilized SCP-4256-1 to discreetly deliver products to clients. Destruction of an SCP-4256-1 instance results in anomalous effects. Carrying an SCP-4256-1 instance will result in the expulsion of materials within, usually damaged in a manner corresponding to the tearing of the material. Burning SCP-4256-1 instances results in the items within being ejected, and the force of the ejection causing massive topographical anomalies. Areas in which SCP-4256-1 is burned have disproportionate interior and exterior dimension, a phenomenon which was exploited by members of the Chicago Spirit. Addendum 0.02 History: Civilian reports of suspicious individuals producing objects ranging from vehicles and weapons to pieces of machinery and entire mills from folded papers have been recorded since 1932 in Chicago and other known areas operated by the Chicago Spirit. The first captured instance of SCP-4256-1 was secured in 1933 by the United States Bureau of Investigations, the predecessor of the modern FBI, Unusual Incidents Unit, following a raid on a suspected paracriminal hideout in Swine Den's meat packing facility, prompted by the sudden death of an investigating agent. The location was discovered to be a large spatial anomaly owned and operated as a front by the factory. Due to devastating losses experienced by the UIU, assistance from the American Secure Containment Initiative was requested upon discovering the factory's connection to the Chicago Spirit via a signed letter found in Master Foreman's office. The text on the letter has been replicated below. From the desk of Richard Chappell. Thanks for the press. As a gesture of appreciation of what you've done for me, I got you a present. The spook that's been snooping around your joint won't be bothering you anymore. You should put him to work soon. Of note, the above document was discovered soaked in blood, presumably belonging to former UIU agent Michael Boscovich. SCP-4256 was recovered and contained in 1934 following a joint ASCII-UIU raid on Richard Chappell's safe house. Chappell was able to evade custody. A series of correspondences with various individuals were discovered, including a chain of letters with Master Foreman of the factory location. The letter's text is replicated below. From Master Foreman 1221, Kolowitz, message ID I-49392. Importance, medium. Body. Mr. Chappell, it is with great celebration that I write to you today, in celebration of the 5-year anniversary of our business relations. As a present, the factory and I bestow upon you this extravagant printing press, capable of recreating the properties of the paper used to deliver it to you. For additional mileage of the gift, I recommend having your least enthusiastic men use it. This will correct unwanted behaviors quickly. Here is to another 5 years. SCP-4256's cognition-altering properties were discovered in 1936, and widespread use of SCP-4256-1 instances by the ASCII followed, with J. Edgar Hoover often personally selecting individuals to operate SCP-4256 based on their loyalty to him and the organization as a whole. Due to the cognition-altering capabilities of SCP-4256, it is believed Hoover utilized the anomaly to suppress the spread of rumors of his alleged relationship with the Bureau of Investigation's Associate Director, Clyde Tolson. Under the ASCII, SCP-4256-1 was commonly used to facilitate the discreet transport of resources, such as ammunition and emergency provisions, as well as larger items such as vehicles, and in one case, construction supplies. Following its integration into the modern Foundation, usage of SCP-4256-1 continued, and it was later integrated into the containment procedures of 3 SCP objects, necessitating containment in a 2-dimensional space. SCP-4256-1 usage was largely discontinued for purposes outside of containment following the advent of stable wormhole generation in 2005. Despite this, all Foundation panic bunkers are equipped with a modified SCP-4256-1 instance containing 5 years' worth of water, food, fuel, as well as tools and means of communicating with other sites. An estimated 89% of Foundation personnel within the continental United States, including at Sites 17, 19, and 77, are currently under SCP-4256's effects. Plans for the implementation of containment of humanoid anomalies are currently in development.